your sister's gonna run a marathon. Like I was on crack.
That I'm running a marathon tomorrow.
If this is your first video watching me, I promise I actually don't cry a lot. I've hit a few walls, but I'm just flying to Berlin today to run my first marathon. I can't believe it. Welcome to the Berlin Marathon vlog, guys. I'm so scared. Friday the 19th of September, the marathon's on Sunday, so I thought I would film a couple of days. I actually can't believe it's this weekend. Like, I'm flying today. I've not packed. I've not checked into my flight yet. Like, none of this feels real. I'm gonna bring you guys along with me because I don't know if I'm ever going to run a marathon again. This is a big day. I keep reminding myself I'm going to look back at this as a huge part of my life. So I'm really excited. It's currently 8 a.m. I've just woke up. I had a long sleep last night. I think I've had about 9 hours, which is good. I've started to eat a bit more. I'm not going to call it carb loading. Just had to put a headband on because I look a shell. Welcome to my bedroom. This is in my mum and dad's house whilst the house gets renoed. So this is my childhood bedroom. So do please ignore the mess. I'm living out of boxes. I went to Home Bargain the other day to get some marathon bits, so I thought I would show you. Have I tried some of these before? No, but am I going to take them with me for the marathon? Maybe. Yes. I went into Superdrug as well, so I found these, which I've never tried, but I am going to take them with me because I've heard that they're quite good. These energy gummies. I think if push comes to shove and I can't get past 30k, I'm eating one of these. I got 2 of these. I don't know where the other one's gone. Some more gels. I've had cis gels before. I've not had these electrolyte ones. I just thought I'd buy them just in case. I got tissues. You guys know how marathon race toilets are. I just had to get them in case. It's not for the sniffles. It's for the portaloos. Plasters. It's because I couldn't find blister plasters in Home Bargain. I went into Superdrug and found some. There's the other gel. Yeah, I went into Superdrug and got blister plasters. I'll put like 1 or 2 in my running belt. Precautionary. Squares bars. They're some of my favourites. I didn't know if Germany would have them. I just thought I'd pack a few. Same with blackjacks. I am going to put my money on the fact that if I finish this marathon, it's because of these. I ate one of these before my half and I felt like I was on crack. They just gave me so much energy. So I bought 2 chocolate ones and a white chocolate one because they were on offer. I will only eat one on race day. They're like 500 calories, so they're really high in carb, and I find them quite easy to get down. Be nearly 60 grams of carbs in this. Just now I'm going to be too nervous to eat a whole bowl of porridge. This I will eat. It's a sweet treat. I'm buying all these things just in case, but I bought a pot of porridge. You literally just have to add hot water, so I thought when I wake up in the hotel Sunday morning, boil the kettle, wally this in, that's fuel for the run. And then last thing, which is just kind of cute, I saw this in the stationery section. A cute little pink bag, and I don't have like a little like mini like makeup bag or anything to put stuff in, so I just thought why not. And that is everything I bought. Plan of action today: I need to pack this morning, check into my flight. I've got some work bits that need doing, and then I'm going to head to the airport at about 3:30. That's the plan. Park my car, go to the airport. I'm flying from Liverpool, so it should be quite straightforward. And yeah, I'm actually really excited. I was journaling about it yesterday and I'm really looking forward to doing the run, the aftermath, taking it. I'm so ready. I'm gonna go and have some breakfast. I'm gonna just chill for a little bit and then we'll conquer packing really shortly. I'm checking the weather and I'm simply baffled. This is what it's saying right now. I literally got an email yesterday to say that it was going to be hot and to be careful. And now it's saying rain. It seems quite warm there though. I don't really know what I'm going to pack. I've started to lay it all out on my bed. We have marathon outfit. The only thing that matters that I pack. Running things. Clothes. Let's see what I can muster up here, hey. Down! I think I've done as much packing as possible right now. Let me show you what I'm looking at. Organised chaos, if you will. That's what I'm going in. It's just my Lululemon shorts and top. Cat. Yeah, we're going in that. This is like the tech and stuff that I need to sort out. Laptop I've got work to do this morning, so that won't get packed till later. Charger, my glasses. I need to charge this portable, which I've never used before, but I'll charge that up. I've changed my phone case just because when I'm running, it's really handy to have that. So that'll be my travel one. AirPods need charging. I might take my Kindle just for joy. Passport, need to check in a minute. That needs to go in here. So this is the bag that I'm taking. Ignore this. Obviously, the essentials. This is the bag that I'm working with. It's one of those like little Ryanair numbers. We have still quite a bit of room left, I believe. So yeah, all my clothes are in there. My running trainers are in there, which is all that matters. This is like a little, let me get this out. This is a little bag of all my running stuff. So I've got like all my gels. I've got 6 gels, some gummies, some electrolytes, beauty bits like hair ties, chafe balm, moisturizer, toothpaste, all of it's in there. Blister plasters. So that's just gonna chill. And then I need to pack this one, which is my bigger bag, so that has like my phone charger in it, a hair mask, snacks and flapjacks and stuff, my purse, all my passport and chargers and stuff will go in here. I need to pack you as well. Duh. I'll finish packing later when everything's like charged, ready to go, and I'm getting ready to go to the airport. Right, let's check into my flight actually whilst I've got you here. Look at it. Do you want to see my passport photo, guys? I'd say it's pretty accurate. Isn't it crazy that my passport expires in 2032? How old will I be then? Oh my god, I'll be 30. Who knows, maybe I've run like 100 marathons by then. I'm seat 11F, 10 past 6 my flight. Lovely. Why is that taking me 10 minutes? We have our boarding pass. Right, let's go eat and get some work done because it's 9:45, so I've got loads of time. I just want to get there now. I'm excited. I did what I always do and got caught up editing that I haven't finished packing, and now I've got 2 dogs shouting at me. I actually need to make sure that all of this fits into here. On earth that's just worked, I'll never know. Passport, phone, I'm gonna eat that still as well. I've got my keys. We're packed, guys. I actually can't believe we're packed. I could cry. Say hello to the vlog. Your sister's gonna run a marathon. Bye. Head. Oh, God bless the dead. Yep. I wanna ride, I wanna ride, I wanna cut more land. I'm seeing lots of police cars. Oh, great song. Guys, it's taken me over an hour to get to Liverpool Airport. I should have gone through Runcorn and I've decided to go through Liverpool. It's literally taken me an hour and 15 minutes. I should have parked my car at 4:45. Yeah. It's now 10 past 4. I'm like delayed by 45 minutes. The secrets that you keep. I'm not gonna miss my flight or anything, I'm being dramatic, but like, I don't like being late, and I booked my car in to get parked at 3:30 to 20. I'm due to get there at 20 past 4. Oops. Yeah, I'm about 7 minutes away now, supposedly. That took forever. Oh my god, the transfers took so long. I just want to go to my hotel. I'm tired. I've had such an eventful evening. I'm in my hotel. It's currently 10 past midnight. I landed at 20 past 9. It's taken me almost 3 hours to get here. I'm not even joking. I can't remember the last clip I filmed. I think I filmed when I came out the airport, when I came off the flight, but the queue for immigration to get in the airport, to get out the airport, was like over an hour long. So I didn't leave there till 10. Then I jumped straight on, I don't know if it was the U-Bahn, the Overground, whatever it was. I jumped on that terminate, so I could have been on that for like 45 minutes and it would have dropped me off right by my hotel. No, the line stopped early, so they got everyone off like halfway to where I needed to go. So I then had to get on the tram. So I got on the tram and then I had to get on another overground or underground, I don't know. And I was literally 1 stop away when the ticket guys come round. Now, let me preface this by saying that I am not good with authority. I am scared of authority. I never put a foot out of line. But what I understood from this weekend was that if you could show proof that you were participating in the marathon, Thursday to Sunday, you get free travel in Berlin. That's what I read. That's what I was aware of. So I didn't buy a ticket because I'm participating in the marathon. I have proof that I'm participating in the marathon. I thought travel was free. I have been in the country at this point for 2 hours. Like I said, I was 1 stop away from where I had to get off, and these ticket people come around, he goes, "Can I see your ticket?" And I said, "No, I'm participating in the marathon." Obviously they're speaking in German, and I'm like, "No, sorry, my German is not good." He gets like 2 other guys over. I've literally got 3 men stood around me in like a little carriage on the train. He was just so rude. He was like, let me check. So he's checking. Can I also preface this by saying this man was in joggers and a sweatshirt. He did not look like he worked for the train line service. And he was like, the marathon's on Sunday. What do you mean free travel? I said, it's supposed to be free travel for all participants this weekend. He was like, no. He was like, it's a €60 fine. So he goes, you need to get off at this stop. I said, no. I said, I'm getting off at the next stop. I said, I'm literally about to go to my hotel. I've literally flown in an hour ago. I said, I don't know where I am. I said, I'm getting off at the next stop. He goes, no, get off now. out. Bearing in mind he has my passport at this point because he wanted identification. So he has my passport in his hand and he's literally shooing me off the train with these 2 other men. I literally felt like I was being harassed. And then he fines me €60. He has the fucking cheek to turn around and go, have a good day. Sorry, you've literally just bullied me into paying a £60 fine when I know you're in the wrong because I know I get free transport. So instead of getting back on the train to wait 1 stop, I literally just walked. I walked 20 minutes in the pitch black to get here. So annoyed. I literally ChatGPT'd it as soon as I came outside, and ChatGPT says I can appeal the fine. So that's what we're going to try and do because I'm rather offended. And it's really annoyed me because he was so rude. I wouldn't mind if you could give me a decent explanation, actually treat me like a human, but you were actually so rude. So as you can imagine, I haven't filmed much. It's literally taken me an hour and a half to get here when it was a 20-minute drive. I literally should have just booked the Uber. It's now past midnight. I'm starving. I really should have said this first. The reason I'm in a doubt is because I was so sweaty from travelling. I've had my leather jacket on all day. So all I wanted to do was get here and have a shower. So that's what I've done. I'm going to give you a room tour, even though I've just absolutely lobbed everything on my bed and I've just had a shower. But it's called The New. It's a Holiday Inn, basically. The sweaty jacket in question. We have a gorgeous mirror, and then this is the room. So a nice gorgeous double bed. Ignore all the stuff that I've lobbed on in panic. We have a telly even, which is great. Very bouge. We have all nice things. And I'll show you the bathroom. Bathroom's gorgeous. It even has Bluetooth speaker. I was just happy to have the hairdryer, to be honest. But so anyway, that's how my evening's been. How's yours been? Literally, what a welcome to Berlin. I was literally saying to everyone how much I love Berlin, and that man's just really ruined it for me. He was so rude. I'm gonna unpack because I just need to get all my bits out. What doesn't help is that this bag is bursting at the seams. You saw me try to pack it earlier. See, the amount of times I've had to zip and unzip that bag is ridiculous, given that it's about to combust at any given second. So let's alleviate this. I'm tucked up in bed. It's literally like nearly 1 a.m. But Germany, to be fair, is an hour ahead, so it's only like 20 to 12 at home. So I think that's why I feel so awake. I've also just eaten a full flapjack. I was really hungry. So I've eaten that. Good night. I will see you in the morning. Good morning, guys. It's currently 10 to 8. Oh, I can't say I slept great last night. I was just tossing and turning, I'll be honest. I don't know if it's the new bed. I don't know if it's just because I had a long day yesterday. I'm not really too sure, but I've had a bit of a lie-in this morning because also I checked my timings last night and I thought I'd booked the expo for 9:30, but I've actually booked it for 10:30 today. I'm just about to get up and go for my shakeout run. I haven't ran since Tuesday. Ooh, I don't know what I'm looking at, but I'm looking at a graveyard. Oh, this is the view. And then, but I Google Mapped it yesterday and there is a park about a 5-minute walk away from here. So I'm gonna head to that, because I don't know Berlin very well. I'm gonna go to the park and I'm just gonna lap the park until it's about 4 or 5k. I'm not too bothered on doing like bang on 5k or anything. I just need to get a bit of a jog in my feet. So my mum is flying out to Berlin today. She was supposed to fly at 2, but her flight's been overbooked by 12 people and she is one of the 12 people that can no longer get on that flight. So she is now flying at 6:10 this evening. She was going to get to me at like 4 or 5 today. We were going to go for dinner and whatnot. And she's actually not going to be here till like 10 p.m, something like that. So I've got the whole day in Berlin on my own. Bless her, she's really stressed, but I'll be fine. Basically, aim of today is to eat and rest, but I'm obviously in a new city and I would like to do something. So we're going to figure that out together. I don't really know what I'm going to end up doing. So we'll just have to wait and see. But before I have any fun, before I go to the expo or anything, we have shakeout run today. It's tomorrow. What do you mean? Oh, that's a realisation I've just discovered, that I'm running a marathon tomorrow. Oh, I'm actually so excited. I don't actually think I've thought about the fact that I've got to run 42 kilometres. This is the outfit. These are Honoractive timeless shorts in green, Lululemon Align vest, the absolute best top ever. I could have just showed you here. Yeah, this is what we're gonna wear. I'm gonna put my running belt on just so I've got somewhere to put my hotel key, and let's put the marathon trainers on. So I am running in A6 Gel Nimbus 25s, 26s. Yeah, gel numbers 26s. I also need to pick up a water bottle on the way back here so I can have some electrolytes. This is what we're working with. I feel really bloated. I don't know if it's the flight or if it's carb loading. The one thing about me is that I've never eaten any differently during this training plan, which was maybe a rookie mistake. But I ate like a normal person, even though I was doing like 30-40 kilometer run weeks. So I think the fact that I've started to eat loads for this marathon, I think I'm just going to run heavier, and I don't know if that's a good idea. So we're going to figure that out today. But let's go and do a shakeout. I'm obviously not going to bring you with me. I've got enough to think about. I'm going to vlog on my phone. Right, shakeout run is done, team. I did 4.7-ish K, I think. I literally just ran to this part by the hotel, did a little jog up and down, and then just ran back. Honestly, it was so nice. It is very hot though. Today is supposed to reach 28 degrees. Tomorrow, I think it's still supposed to be about 25, which is a bit nerve-wracking because that's the one thing I've probably not done enough of in marathon training is heat training. As you can tell, I'm already so sweaty, and that was like 4.8K, and that was also at just before 9. I set off tomorrow at 10:30, so the sun is going to be higher at that point, so it's going to be hotter. Ah well, I've remembered how to run, which is all that matters, because the last time I ran I think was Wednesday, and the run was a shambles. I did a tempo on the treadmill and I didn't even get halfway through it. I was so fatigued. So feel better today. I feel good. I feel heavy. That's the only thing I will say. Is it because I'm actually fueled for once? Anyway, I'm gonna jump in the shower super quick, get ready for the day. We're gonna go and grab breakfast somewhere super quick. I don't know if to just grab like a drink and a pastry and then come back for brunch after the expo. No, because I think it's gonna be too late at that point. I think I'm gonna want breakfast now. I'd really love an eggs benny. So I TikToked a few places yesterday, so we're just gonna go to one of those, I think, and then head to the expo. It's 9:20 now. I'm just gonna make a move, actually. I'm gonna have to take my bloody Ryanair bag because I don't have another bag to take with me to the expo. So in here is my laptop, because I think after the expo I'm gonna just sit somewhere and do some work and hopefully try and watch the football. Kindle, I've packed electrolytes well as a squares bar, lip balm, passport, purse. I'm going to take this empty bottle of water and hope that I can get a refill somewhere. My charger. I was going to wear jeans today, but it is supposed to be super hot. So I put on the same shorts I had on yesterday, which are just Lululemon Aligns. And then this is the Tala Skin Lux vest. I don't know, it's the one that gives you boobs, except I have no boobs, so it doesn't really give me anything. And then I've got the cap that I had on yesterday. Again, I didn't bring sunglasses because I'm stupid, so I'm just gonna do a cap to protect myself from the sun. This is, I don't even know, New Era. This is a New Era cap, but I got it off Vinted, literally. It arrived yesterday. And then I've just got my New Balance 530s on. They're just the most comfortable. Let's get going. Let's go and eat. We're just sat down for breakfast. I'm at a place called Super. Got a nice coffee that's delicious, so yeah, I'm just sat on my own outside. This is my view. It's so nice, it's so peaceful. So, and I'm starving. So I'll show you the food when it arrives. Oh my god. How insane. I'm gonna eat this. Taste test. We're at the expo. Oh, I got lost, guys. I didn't know where I was going, but we've made it to the expo. I'm so excited. I'm like an hour late. I was supposed to get here at 10:30, but what are you going to do about it? Let's go and get my bib number. Honestly, what is life? It's so busy. Oh my god. This is crazy. Hi. Okay, lovely. Thank you so much. We've secured a goodie bag and a wristband. Oh my god. Am I getting my bib now? I think so. Hiya, hon. Lovely, thanks so much.
This is your front number.
So this is your number for tomorrow. After the finish line, you get the poncho.
Okay.
This is your start wave.
Yeah.
And this is the chip for the trekking.
Lovely, thank you.
That's it. Have a good run.
Do you have any safety pins by any chance?
Yeah.
Lovely, thank you so much. Wow. Thank you so much, you too. have a bib. Right, I fancy buying some merch, I'll be honest, so let's go and do that. Right, so I'm in like the Adidas merch bit. I'm going to do a lap and figure out what I like the look of first because there's so much here and I'm overwhelmed. I'm in the changing room, guys. There's literally there to put you. So bear with whilst I try on some merch. This jacket's the one I really wanted, but they only have a large and I really wish they had a medium, but the large isn't as obnoxious as I thought. Like, she's sick, she's like a cool varsity, has like zips, she's cool. And on the back it says Berlin. I feel like this is the piece of merch of the event. Like, I've seen so many people in this jacket and I love it. Like, it is cool. I just don't know if I'd wear it like running, and I just don't know if it's like, I just don't think I'm getting my cost per wear out of it. As cool as it is, I just can't see myself running in this. This was from the men's section, but I preferred the white over the other colour they had in the women's. So this is just like a super thin, like mesh running top. But I think for winter this would be fab. I like that it has like the Berlin stuff on it. Really simple. It has like a really cool, can you see? It has like a really cool back print on it. I think I prefer the varsity top. This sizing's just a bit better. Like, I just wish they had a medium in the other one. But I don't think I should buy both because that would be silly. Right, finished up in the expo. It was very overwhelming. Very overwhelming. It's 20 to 1. So I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna try and watch the football somewhere. It's so sunny now. Honestly, it's so surreal. I saw my name on the board and it's just sinking in. I am so excited. I'll do a haul of all the stuff I got on the way back as well. But we found somewhere to watch the game, so I will see you all later. Let's pray we win. It's Derby Day. Right guys, sorry for the phone filming. Just walking to the hotel now. It's been a long day. To be honest, I feel like I've been out forever, but I actually have. It's, what time is it now? It's 10 to 6 and I've been out all day. I've actually had such a nice day though. Ugh. I feel like I've not chatted to you properly, but you will have seen obviously in the video. The expo was like the most incredible thing ever. Like, seeing your name on that like board full of like 80,000 people's names is insane. Just getting the bib, like buying all the stuff, like it was just insane. But I will say, like, there's so many brands there and they're all kind of watching you to like buy stuff or advertise whatever they've got going on. I found that bit really overwhelming. But to be honest, I could have come with no clothes and I could have easily have bought a marathon outfit at the expo. They just had so much there. And then what did I do? I headed back into city centre to go and watch the football because it was Liverpool Derby Day. So yeah, we won. Gorgeous. 1-2-1. It was a great game to watch. And I feel like everyone in that pub was my people. Liverpool supporters, marathon runners, like it was just hysterical. After that, I went to get some food. Absolutely hilarious time. I went into like a German equivalent to a Selfridges. So they had like all your designer shops, they had all like your mid-tier luxury, and then at the top they had a food court. And I saw on Google that they had a pizza and pasta place. It was literally called La Pizza, La Pasta. I thought, that screams carb loading. So I went there for dinner. The waiter who seated me he was just keen. I don't know how else to explain it. He just kept talking to me when he didn't need to, and he just kept staring at me when he didn't need to. The waiter basically sat me on a bar opposite the chef cooking, and then the chef starts talking to me. The chef passes me some like biscuit thing but doesn't tell me what it is, and I thought, for all I know, that could be spiked. And then he gives me my food and he starts like asking me where I'm from and like whatever. And then I finished my meal. Bearing in mind they've both come up to me and had like separate interactions. This is the chef. He comes up and he goes, do you drink coffee? I said, oh yeah, I drink coffee. And he goes, why don't you order a coffee now and tell them it's from the chef, you know, it's on the house? I didn't want a coffee. And then he starts telling the waiter that in German, and then the waiter then says to me, are you sure you don't want a coffee on the house? I was like, no, I'm good, thank you. He was like, I know you're running tomorrow, but like, go on, just have a coffee. I was like, no, honestly, I'm really good. He goes, does that mean we can't buy you a drink either? And I was like, oh, sir, I would like to pay the bill and go, please. Yeah, it was a really strange interaction. I felt like I was being watched. Pizza was delish though. Buffalo mozzarella pizza, wow, absolutely immaculate. The only thing it was missing was garlic bread. I really wish they had some, but they just didn't. So I ate the whole pizza anyway. I drank a full bottle of water, which was great. And then I headed over the road to the supermarket. I'll do a haul of the stuff I got. I just got some like food bits for the morning. Snacks for tonight, because I've eaten at a really awkward time. I think I ate at like 4 o'clock. So late lunch, early dinner. But I've only had 2 meals today. I had an eggs benny this morning and then I've had the pizza. But it's been a very long, busy day. I've done a lot of steps and I really might be regretting that tomorrow. I've done nearly 20,000 steps. My shins do feel a bit like I've walked a lot today, but that's why I've come back to the hotel early. I'm gonna have a nap. But I thought I would show you what I bought for what I was given and what I bought from the supermarket as well, because German snacks are delicious. I'll start with what was given to me in the expo bag. My bib number, so I'm 79920. I'm so excited. Insane. And then as you walk through, they give you this like goodie bag. In here, now everyone says that this is like a regular thing. I personally think it's a bit weird. Shrimp flavoured ramen. I've never had ramen and I'm certainly not trying it on the day before my marathon, but much appreciated. I'm just happy with the tote bag, to be honest, I won't lie. We have like loads of samples. So we have this Adidas Get Comfy perfume. We have the Stay Hydrated electrolyte. Oh, there's a safety pin that I need. This is some info on Berlin. I need to give that to my mum because that's the mat. This is a Biotherm Active Recovery body milk. Looks like that. I then have a Revolut thing. I have a HelloFresh discount. I have a mini deodorant, which I actually kind of need because I kind of ran out of mine. And then this little biscuit thing. So that's what's in my marathon bag. Right, clothes wise, you will have seen the try on, but I did buy 2 things. I restrained myself from buying the sweatshirt. I went with the long sleeve. I don't know why it looked white in the shop. It's actually like a mint green. I went for the long sleeve, like mesh running top. Now this was in the men's section. They didn't have a women's version, but I just really liked it. I liked the green and the pink. Obviously just says Berlin Marathon. And this was 45 euros. I just think I'll actually get wear out of this, so that's why I bought it, because I'll actually wear that during like winter runs and stuff. So picked that up. And then the mother load. This gorgeous. This was part of the Heritage collection. Now this is the Adidas Forces It. You will have seen me try this on. I really wish they had a medium. They just had a large, but nonetheless I will still wear it. And this was 85 euros, I believe. But like, I'll just wear this with jeans. See on the back it says BMW Berlin Marathon. But that brings me up to what I bought in the supermarket. First of which, a 1.5 litre bottle of water. I've got a smaller water bottle over there that I'm going to put my electrolytes in, and then some of this will last me for the morning before I run also. I also picked up some really niche snacks, guys. I went with these mini croissants, chocolate and vanilla flavour fillings. They looked tasty, so I got those. And then I wasn't going to buy these and I kept staring at them and I thought I really want them. So these are cinnamon rolls. I don't know what it is about them, but they look so appetizing to me. So I went with the cinnamon flavour. They had a vanilla flavour as well, but I just don't know what it is. They just look really good. They've got a decent amount of carbs in. I also got some chocolate covered rice cakes because I love these at home, so it just made sense to get some here. Obviously I've got my porridge and stuff to have tomorrow, but I just got those extra bits to have tonight and in the morning if I feel like I need it. I'm literally going to lie down, have a chill for a couple of hours, and then we'll figure out a game plan for tomorrow. I need to rest these little legs. I'm taking the carb loading very seriously today. I've just ordered myself a Subway. I'm so happy I managed to find a Subway literally like 5 minutes away from me. I thought I could walk it, it'd be about half an hour, but I've already done a lot of steps today and my shins feel a bit sore from all the steps. Yeah, I just thought I'd Uber Eats it. Now I know a lot of people would say don't eat spicy food before the marathon. My stomach is well versed with a Furious Chicken Subway. Also got some water because I accidentally, this bottle of water, a regular English mistake in a European country, I got mineral water thinking, mineral water, no, it's sparkling. Absolutely disgusting. Let's hope that this is still. If it's not, I'm gonna cry. Why is it sparkling? I bought my mum a chocolate chip cookie. I thought she'd appreciate that when she gets here. And here is my Subway. What I find really cute is that they call it a 15cm sub instead of a 6-inch, which is so funny. I did go to a souvenir shop before as well that I forgot to show you. I bought this wristband. Really weird pointer, but my granddad always used to wear like rubber bands like this. And when I saw it, it just reminded me of him. So I thought, I'm going to buy one for Berlin and wear it tomorrow. I also bought 2 postcards as well. I actually got proper in my feels today. Obviously with like the marathon and everything, I think my brain has just been in denial for a really long time that I was actually running this marathon, and going to the expo today to pick up my bib, to see my name on this massive board of every runner running tomorrow. Even just watching the match in an Irish pub, I was surrounded by other marathon runners. People kept asking me, you know, are you running tomorrow? I feel like it's sunk in, and I've really reflected a lot. I think because I've spent the day on my own as well. I've just been in my brain a lot, as you are. I've just been thinking about so much. And to think that I only started running really in the end of January, February this year. I've already ran a half, I've run a 10k, and tomorrow I will be a marathon runner. To think that I've done that in the space of 8 months is crazy to me, because growing up I wasn't athletic whatsoever. I was on the larger side of life, if you will. Not by a lot, I was just a bit of a chunky kid. I came last in every cross country. I remember when one of my initiations into high school was this kind of cross country run that we'd do. There were 200 girls and I think I came 185th. Running is just something that never came naturally to me, and a standout memory for me actually, going back to high school, was when we would do fitness in the winter as our sport. We would have to do what's called a 13-minute run, which basically means that you just have to run for 13 minutes. And every year prior, I could never run for the full 13 minutes. I would always have to stop, walk. And I remember in about year 9 or year 10, I feel like I showed the first sign of mental grit, and I ran for the whole 13 minutes. And to be honest, it was the highlight of my entire year. And I think back to that now and I just think, like, if only she knew that she was going to run a world major tomorrow. It's crazy to me, and I hate sounding like a girl that's obsessed with running and has the gift of the gab about running, but genuinely, hand on heart, it has changed my life. Why am I getting upset? Absolutely changed the path of my life in like the most amazing way. God, I must sound like such a tit. I obviously started running in February of this year. My granddad Roy went into hospital second week of January of this year, and I was living with my ex-boyfriend at the time, and that relationship was doomed, if you will. And running was something I just started to do to get to escape it. I just felt like I had to escape what was going on in my world, and running genuinely did that for me. It physically got me out of a toxic environment, and it also helped me gain control of a situation that I no longer had control of, which was my granddad's really slowly dying. Just started off at a 5k once a week. Every Wednesday morning I would get up and do a 5k. I'd just moved to Crosby in Liverpool, so I wanted to run around a new area that I'd never explored before. So I would run to the beach, and I would run along the pier, and I would run along these beautiful housing estates. I would run along the canal, and I genuinely just used it as a way to learn the new place I was living. I used it as a way to really take my mind off of some really dark thoughts. And from there I applied to run a marathon. February, March time, everyone was doing their long runs for London Marathon. It was all over my TikTok. I was so inspired by so many people I was watching online training for London and also Manchester. I think Dublin and Edinburgh around similar times. Like all over the UK, people were training for these marathons, and I just thought, why the hell not? I remember I literally sat down and just googled world major marathons. When are they? I found out Berlin was in September, and Berlin was still taking charity applicants for the marathon. It felt perfect, like the way it all happened. I literally applied with Alzheimer's Research UK to run Berlin. A week later they told me that they were going to give me a space, and that was the end of March that I found out I was going to be running Berlin with them. So it all happened so quickly, and I think when I applied to run the marathon with Alzheimer's, I didn't really hold the weight of the decision that it probably deserved. Lo and behold, here we are. I then applied to do Manchester Half at the end of May to give myself a bit of race confidence, and I always sound so sad when I say this, but it was genuinely one of the best days of my life. Genuinely loved every single second of it. I did the Race for Life 10k 2 weeks later. That was great. And then it was long run season, and I did it in the peak of summer, which was amazing. I'd ended that relationship and I was living alone, and I just had such a sense of confidence. Running gave me so much confidence, so much mental grit. It made me realise that like I'm built to do and to cope with hard things. I lost my granddad in the middle of June, about a month after my relationship ended, and genuinely I remember Roy died on the Thursday and I had a 17k to do that week. My trauma response to coping was lapping the same road 10 times to reach 17 kilometres, and I look back at that run now and it was so difficult, but it was the healthiest way I could deal with the pain at the time. It still is a really healthy way that I deal with really low points. I think getting outside and moving, challenging yourself with something so simple as running. You probably see loads of people complicate it online. Running is not complicated. You put on a pair of shoes and you run. And if that's as simple as you want it to be, then that's all as simple as it needs to be. You don't have to think about fancy gear, gels, Strava. Genuinely just running to the bottom of your road and back is enough. I just can't even explain. It's just completely altered something in me. Anyone close to my life now knows how big of a role it plays in my life, because even after this marathon, I'm not going to stop running, because this is one of the best things that's happened for me. My body's changed for the better. I feel healthier. I feel leaner. My body moves better. I cope with injury better. My body copes with stress better. My mental clarity is better. And yeah, I've just been emotional, as you can tell. I think what I find really funny is going to the expo today. Some people are showing up and it's their 10th marathon. It's their 6th world major. It's even their 3rd marathon. So many people are going to this marathon just like it's any other day for them. Just running another old marathon. And I know at the same time that there's a lot of people in my position where they've never run a marathon before. It's their first ever marathon or their first major. I don't know if I'm dramatising how big of a situation this is for me, but this feels huge because I've never been that person to run a marathon on my bucket list. I never considered myself someone fit or athletic or deserving of so much discipline and reward. When life throws you some really shitty situations, I think to take it in my stride as well as I have through running, I feel like I do deserve to be here. This just is a big deal for me. I don't know how else to put it. You know, I'm not only running the marathon for me, I've not only trained and worked my arse off to be here, but I'm running for an incredible charity. I'm obviously running for my granddad as well. I didn't think I would cry. But I think anyone who knows the weight of losing my granddad will know that I've coped with this really well. And again, I put it down to the running because it's been such a good distraction and it's been such a motivator to carry on and to make him proud and just to keep going. The point I'm trying to get at, I guess, is, and don't get me wrong, yes, I am really upset speaking about this, but I also think it's really healthy for me to speak about this because it's not like I can sit down and have this conversation with the people in my life because it's really hard to listen to. But I really feel like I need to say these things. I guess what I've been thinking about today, a conclusion I've come to, this love for running and to be able to run the marathon tomorrow, it feels like Roy's last gift to me. And the fact that I got a spot in the marathon, the fact that he knew I was running it before he died. When he did start to deteriorate, it was running that helped me, and I really feel like that's what he's left me with. So that's just what I've been thinking about a lot today. To be able to even run it tomorrow is amazing. I think I'm just chatting shit now. As you can tell, I've clearly been really emotional. I just really wish he was here. I was going to journal, but I feel like I've got it all out now that if I try and journal, I'll just burst into tears again. If this is your first video watching me, I promise I actually don't cry a lot. I just feel really overwhelmed. The last thing I want is for anyone to feel sorry for me because that's not the case. I just think the universe won't challenge you in something that it knows you can't deal with. And I'm learning to deal with this, and tomorrow is just proof of that. And it's going to be one of those things that I remember forever and I tell people about forever, and it just becomes part of me. But otherwise, I feel great for the marathon tomorrow. I felt absolutely fine until I started talking. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. It's currently 10:20 here, so realistically I should be going to sleep. But I've already had a nap and my mum will hopefully be with me within the hour and a half. Instead, I'm going to sit and watch some YouTube. I'm going to do some emails and some editing. I'm just going to keep my brain busy. Thank you for being my sounding board. Marathons are emotional, what can I say? I didn't actually cry at Manchester Half though, so I really hope I don't cry tomorrow because there's no need. I've got it all out now, so I should be fine.
Good morning vlog. I'm filming on my phone. I haven't slept well at all. Not at all. I think I've had like 5 hours sleep. I look awful and I don't feel great. But I'm just gonna go down and get some hot water for my porridge. It's about 7:15. So yeah.
It's been a while, team. I'm in my gear. I'm just like amongst runners. I don't really know where I am. I've just left my mum. So mum's gone and I'm just figuring out where I'm going. I really need a wee. So maybe that's what we're looking for. Runner's bit. So off we go.
About 11 and a half going. Feel okay. Right, 23k in. I've hit a few walls, but I've just seen my nun. So I feel really good. We've got seen her. And 19 kilometres to go. This is incredible. Oh my god. Insane.
Guys, I can't be bothered filming on my camera, I'll be completely honest. I don't know where it is right now. I've just ordered food. My mum is going to leave for the airport shortly. But I am so excited to eat. I'll do a full debrief with you guys tonight or in the morning. Yeah, let me show you what I've ordered. I ordered from a place called Devil's, is that what it's called? I got some loaded fries, which look insane, and a burger, but it was buy one get one free, so they've given me 2. Can you see? Yeah, incredible. But it's currently about 7 o'clock and I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna eat this. I'm so excited. Hi guys. I've not seen you back on camera since the marathon. What the helly? Your girl is a world major marathon runner. Oh my God. I was gonna debrief you all this morning in the hotel room, but to be honest, I'm so overwhelmed and I can't really get my words out. So give me a couple of days and I'll sit down and run you guys through it. But I'm just outside the hotel. I'm just waiting for my Uber to head to the airport. I'm so excited to go home. I'm excited for a bath. I'm excited to recover. But like, it's been the most insane weekend. Like, I actually can't believe it. So I'm gonna love you and leave you. I might see you in the airport. I might see you at home. But a debrief is coming, I promise. So yeah. Right guys, if you couldn't tell, I didn't actually film the debrief a few days after the marathon. It's now been a couple of months. It's currently the 29th of December, the day that this video is going up. So just thought I would give you all a bit of a marathon debrief. It's been about 3 months. Hands down, my biggest achievement, one of the most amazing experiences of my whole life. And if you'd have asked me that on marathon day, in the moment, I hated it. Like, I really, really struggled. One of the hardest things I've ever had to do. I found it so difficult. I hit a wall at 15 kilometers, which I've never experienced before. Normally, I always hit the wall at about 23 to 25k, but no. Marathon day, I got to 15 kilometers, a distance I have ran more than for like the last 8 weeks before the marathon, and 15k I hit the wall. 15k I sat there and I thought, I can't do this. I don't want to do this. I really struggled. To be honest, majority of the run when I look back now is a total blur. So my mum obviously flew out to watch me do the marathon. She saw me before I set off, and then the first point that she saw me at was 21k. So what my mum did really well was she texted me to say that she was at 21 kilometers, but she wasn't. She was at basically 21.8 kilometers. When it roughly got to about 20k, and you see the post for every kilometer basically when you run round. So when it was 20k, I thought, right, I'm gonna have to keep my eyes open to, keep my eye out for my mum. And I just kept going. And before you knew it, time flew, and I was at basically 22k, and I saw my mum, and I was just over the moon. I can't say words that would describe the feeling of seeing my mum at halfway, because I just really needed it. I thought no one was actually going to fly out and watch me do this marathon. My mum booked it super last minute to come and watch me, and genuinely, I don't think I would have done it without her, being there, hand on heart. She really helped me just get round the course. Probably between 27 and 32 kilometers, I felt like I was in the trenches, because it was just it was so hot that day. Can I bear in mind? I think it reached 28, 29 degrees, and I'd set off at 11 o'clock, I think. Yeah, halfway around the course, it's 1:30 in the afternoon. The sun's at a high, and I just remember sweating. I just remember it being so hot. I felt like I couldn't breathe. And then when I got to about the 30 kilometer point, all the aim was just to run to the next water station, which I do think is a really good mindset to have if you're struggling in the marathon, especially if it's hot and whatever. There were loads of water stations towards the end of the race. So my aim for that last quarter was just to make it to the next water station. Every time I got to the water station, I would walk, pick up a cup of water, drink it, pick up another cup, pour it over me, and I basically just did that until the end. Overall, it was just the most incredible experience. The whole day was amazing. The crowds were good. I feel like people set my expectations too high of the crowds, because everyone was the atmosphere in Berlin's amazing, the atmosphere is so great. I thought the crowds were great, but I wouldn't say it was anything that blew my brains out. Maybe I compared it to what I'd seen from London Marathon and doing Manchester Half, because Manchester Half was a rowdy crowd. I kind of felt like I expected more, which is a fault of my own, because I set the expectation too high. But yeah, especially towards the last, I would say from 28k onwards, the crowds were banging. But the first 10k, I felt like I wasn't seeing anyone. You're just going through residential areas, so there's not really anyone out and about. I also do think because it was so hot, people weren't out and about. So my mum saw me at 21k, she then saw me at about 36k, and then she saw me at about, maybe it was more 39, 40k, I think. I remember
when I hit the 39k mark, I thought, I'm starving. My Apple Watch had died. I drank so much water that I felt like I was carrying loads of water weight. I'd had all my gels that I took. I think I took 3 or 4 gels for the marathon, and I had loads of those like high five gummies that you saw in the video. They were great, by the way. So I'd eaten all my gummies and all my gels, and so I had nothing left. I drank my electrolytes, I drank from the water stations, and I was at 39k, and I thought, I want to eat. Like, I need to eat something. I was running towards my mum going, Mum, get the squares bar, I'm so hungry. And honestly, went down a treat. I was so hungry, which is, looking back now, that is what I need to do going forwards with running, is to fuel properly, because clearly I hadn't eaten enough the day before. You can kind of watch the things I did wrong in this video, which I do think is kind of helpful, and reflecting. I'm watching the video back going, that didn't help, that didn't help, that didn't help. And I'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, I really needed that squares bar to get me over the line and just get into that 42k stage, running across the blue carpet to the finish line. Like, you can see in this whole video that I'm really emotional about the whole thing. Still, I'm umming and ahhing about whether to continue to keep in the clips of me being so upset the night before the marathon, but at the same time, it's my life. This is what my life has looked like for the year, and I do think it's really important to share my motivation for the marathon, because I'm never going to do this again, and it was my first marathon and it was for such a good cause. And yeah, I do think I'm going to keep it in, but please, like, just preface the fact that, like, it is really emotional for me. And I look back now and I don't think it's a big deal, but at the time it felt like a really big deal. And just crossing that finish line was just the most incredible, like, euphoric feeling. Like, I wish I could bottle that feeling up and just give it to people, because the sense of pride I felt, the sense of accomplishment, like the confidence that I felt, like, it was the most unbelievable feeling to cross that finish line. I crossed the finish line in 4 hours and 58 minutes. I really wanted around 4:30, and I was predicted to run at around 4:30, but because of the things that I did wrong in the lead up to the marathon, which I'll talk about, 4:58 felt like a miracle for me. So when I set off, straight off the bat, my first pace was 6 minutes and 20 seconds or something. Normally I always start with a 5-minute pace. So I'd already set off really slow, and I think it was because of the heat. So my dad, my brother and my sister-in-law were texting me throughout the race because they were tracking me. It gets to about 35k, and my dad texts me and he goes, you've picked up the pace since you saw Mum at halfway. Keep going at this pace and you'll get your sub 5 hour. And now my dad is like, he's not emotionalist, but my dad is so practical beyond belief that everyone else was texting me being like, I'm so proud of you, keep going, you're doing amazing, like all of these messages. And then my dad just texts me and goes, if you keep running at this pace, you'll get your sub 5, so keep going. And you know what? It was what I needed to hear. Like, that is why I love my dad so much, because he knows exactly what I need to hear in these moments. And that text message, funnily enough, was probably the most motivating out of all of them. And I kept going and I got the sub 5, and the sub 5 was like the only thing I cared about towards the end. I think I saw my mum at that 38k point, and I thought I could just walk the rest. Like, I could just walk the rest. I wasn't going to get cut off because it was going to be within the 6 hour limit. And then that little devil on my shoulder, like my dad on my shoulder going, keep running now, you're going to get your sub 5. So mistakes I made in the marathon, reflecting back, and like had loads of time since marathon. I have obviously been running still. I've not done a lot of long distances, but I'm sure we'll get into that. I've obviously still been doing some running, and I guess what I've learned in the lead up to Berlin, looking back at that video, is I've walked far too much the day before. I did like 20,000 steps. I woke up fresh on the morning of the marathon, to be fair. My legs actually felt fine, but I just think general fatigue. Obviously I was really emotional, which can't always be avoided, but like my stress in myself must have been quite high, and I think that had also fatigued me. So between the steps and also being really emotional, I was like mentally exhausted and physically. I didn't sleep enough in the days leading up to the marathon. You see me in the videos waking up Saturday going, I didn't sleep enough last night, and you see me Sunday going, I didn't sleep enough last night. I didn't eat enough at all. Looking back, I had that eggs benny. I should have switched that for multiple pastries and a lot of bagels, and I had a pizza, and like that was all I had. And then I just kept eating snacks, which I shouldn't have done. I should have had multiple pizza and pasta dates that day. And I guess they're the main lessons, to be honest. I think I could have hydrated a bit more as well, given the weather. But all in all, I should have rested more and I should have eaten more. And I guess that takes me on to the question that everyone asks me, and that is, will you run another one? Now, if you'd have asked me that the day of the marathon or the day after the marathon, I would have said no, because I'd done it, I was really proud I'd done it, but also it was so difficult. The longer time goes between the marathon and me, the more I forget the trauma of the day, if you will. So I can't really remember the pain of the marathon. I can't remember the mental pain of running it too much. I've genuinely blocked out a lot of it. I looked back at some of those clips of me running and I thought, I don't remember filming that. I am determined to run another marathon. I am very tempted to book one for next year. It is kind of on my list and it falls within my goals for next year. But yeah, I will definitely be running another marathon. Yes, I would like it to be quicker than a 4:58. I would like to get to around a 4:30 within the next couple of years. So that is kind of the situation. Like I said, post-marathon, the recovery for me was actually really interesting because the day after the marathon, I felt pretty good. I felt tired mentally, and the pains that I felt were predominantly in my knees and my hips. They were the aches that I had that day, and also my back. Oh my god, the pain in my back was unbelievable. But all in all, I actually felt great. Walking around the airport, I felt fine. Walking up the stairs is hard, I'll be honest. But besides that, I had a ball. It's the most unbelievable experience of my life, and I'm so proud. And I've disassociated so much from it as well now that when people mention my marathon, I'm like, did I do that? Like editing this video, I thought, I can't believe I actually did it. I talk about it in the video, but I really never thought I'd be that person that sits there and goes, I've ran a marathon. Now I am that person, and it's really stinking cool. Like, genuinely, I think I'm pretty sick. I was running maybe like once or twice a week after the marathon. Since the end of November, I have started a training block because of my New Year's resolution, which I'm sure I'll get into in like other videos, but basically, in summary, I am going to be running 12 races in 12 months. So I want to do a race every single month in 2026. I want to leave 2026 with 12 gorgeous medals from 12 gorgeous different races. So January, I have Tatton Park 10k, which is next Saturday. I have Dubai half in February, and I have Liverpool half in March. So they're the ones I've booked so far. So I am obviously on a half marathon training block. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting running in Dubai when it's so stinking hot. Yeah, I'm going to be documenting a lot more of my running journey over on here. Yeah, it's just become such like an amazing part of my life, and especially like heading into New Year now, I'm looking back at 2025 and think I'm so blessed to have found running. Like, I proved to myself that I could do it. Yeah, life has gotten so much more lighter and fuller and happier since I started running. So that's kind of the note I want to end this video on. Yeah, I'm sorry that this was a huge word vomit. The video is already so long. If you did get to this point, thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. And yeah, drop me any running marathon questions in the comments below. Anything to do with Berlin, let me know. But I just really wanted to document this video and get it up for you guys, even though it's a couple of months after it happened. I really just wanted to put it out there because I know I'm going to watch this video back like hundreds of times and just reminisce on what an incredible experience the entire event was. So yeah, so much love to all of you. I hope you all have a beautiful day, and thank you so much for watching.